John 6:65 says, he went on to say, "This is why I told you that no one can come to me unless the Father has enabled him." Well, if you're joining us in reading through the 60-day reading plan, today's reading is John 6:41 through 71, and I encourage you to read that passage. Well, God plays a primary role in somebody's salvation. If you hold a Calvinistic position, you'll say that God foreknew you and he ordained you to be saved. If you're not a Calvinist, you'll probably look at this passage and see that the word the NIV uses for the word enabled really means give or bestow. Then you would turn to Ephesians 2:8 through 10 and show that that was by grace through the faith that you came to a right relationship with God. No matter which way you see this passage, the truth remains. It is God who is playing a role in our Christian lives. And that brings us to a very interesting conclusion. If God is the instrument in your coming to Christ, how much more instrumental is he in your walk with him before he takes you home? He does not just bring you into a relationship and then let you go off and dangle in any direction that you please. In verse 68 of this passage, when Peter is asked, "Do you want to go too?" his response is, "Where would you go? After we found that which gives us life, why would we want to turn around in another direction?" And yet, at times, this is exactly what we do. We look at something in the world and we cast God aside so we can have that thing. It becomes an idol to us. And this is exactly what happens with alcoholics and any other kind of addiction. We trade our fellowship with God to a fellowship with a material thing. When we are presented with temptation, we should look at it as a chance to become stronger in Christ rather than weaker. Temptations are there so that you will focus on Christ to get through it. Essentially, you should ask the same question that Peter asked. Why would I want to leave you? Christ is our all in all. Without him we are lost, and with him we are fulfilled.